is Girard Sports Live. This is Girard Sports Live. This is Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Call Service, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Chris Paoni, DDS, Community National Bank and Trust, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, First National Bank, G&W Foods Family Super, Girard National Bank, Larrett's Ceramics, Lehman Realty, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Outdoor, Producers Cooperative Association, and TJ Belcher at State Farm Insurance. This is Girard Sports Live.
Yeah, they did.
And good Tuesday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this 2018 4A Division II regional matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Iola Mustangs. Just a few minutes away from first pitch here in this one as the Girard Trojans and Iola coaches just met with the officials, and that means we're just moments away from this. They'll do starting lineups here, and you may notice a different setting from a night ago as the Girard Trojans advanced to this championship game with a win over Frontenac. Beat them so bad that the Frontenac didn't want to play there anymore. They didn't want us to play anymore, so kicked them off and had them about 3 inches of rain that came overnight almost immediately after that ball game ended last night, and has driven us here, and very fortunate relationship with Pittsburgh State and this great facility that just came online this season. It doesn't matter if it rained 3 inches, 6 inches last night. This one was ready to play first thing this morning, and so it's going to be a blessing for these teams to get this championship ball game in. The winner will advance to the state championship game, state championship tournament coming up next weekend in Salina. And of course, if the Trojans make that, we will have it. The Trojans did advance with a good win last night over Frontenac, as the Frontenac Raiders, the number 2 seed, the Trojans, the number 3 seed. Trojans trailed 1-0 in the third inning of that ball game, got the lead for the first time in the fourth inning, and they took it at a 2-1 advantage, added another one in the fifth inning to be up 3-1, went to the sixth inning, nobody scores. Go to the seventh, and right between sixth and seventh inning, a lightning delay for an hour, about 6 o'clock, went to 7 o'clock, and at 7 o'clock, we got started again. Well, in that seventh inning, the Trojans don't score in the top and the bottom. Frontenac gets on. They get bases loaded at one point. Caden Lulliman comes on to pitch. He beans the first batter after going up 0-2. Walked in the run, made it 3-2 at that point, and then all the fun happened. Had a pickoff play at first base, and then a play at the plate that could have been the winning run for Frontenac. Instead, they had tied it up 3-3 at that point. Play at the plate would have won the game for Frontenac. They get the tag on him, and that makes us go to extra innings. Nobody scores in the eighth. Top of the ninth, Girard scores 2. In the bottom of the ninth, Trojans able to retire the side and get the win. My partner here today is Mike Snows. We've got a full broadcast schedule. The ladies will start at 4:30 over in Girard, hopefully around 4:30 with their matchup with Wichita Trinity. Dale Shireman and Heath Atkins are over there doing that ball game. They'll do game number 1. Hopefully be able to get out of here and hustle over there, and if the Lady Trojans advance to the championship, we'll do that one. But back to that game last night, Mike. Boy, that was a really good, well-played high school baseball game. Pretty fundamental. There was only one walk in that game. A couple guys got hit by pitches, but all in all, just fundamentally well-played. And talking to Coach Sullivan here, obviously on the wrong side of that one, but one of those games, he said, you hate that somebody had to lose, but that's the way it is.
Yeah, it is, and that's really the way baseball's played this time of year. Baseball is my favorite sport. I'm a baseball guy. You put it in a situation, BJ, single elimination like this, any postseason, it tightens up. And a good example of that is Game 1 yesterday. Prairie View lost 15-3, 16-4, something like that in the regular season in the league doubleheader against Iola. Well, it was a 1-1 game with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that's how much it brings it together. And you can't say enough about Ethan Goff. He gave him a chance to win. They had some timely hits, took advantage of some Frontenac mistakes. But in my mind, Caden Lolleman, the freshman, was the player of the game. I mean, can you imagine, hey, BJ, you're a freshman in high school, come in bases loaded on the road at Frontenac in a regional game down
Nobody
3-1.
out.
Yeah, nobody out. And by the time he's our age, it's going to be in a driving snowstorm
Yeah.
with Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge, but it was very, very impressive for him. And not only to get out of that jam, but the way he pitched the 8th and the 9th was pretty good as well.
Yeah, you take that momentum he built up and then still able to level it out, come out in the 8th, and then get it done in the 9th. Had some help on the defensive side, certainly in that 9th inning, to get out of it and get the win. Trojans advance here to take on the number 1 seed, the Iola Mustangs, as they beat Prairie View, as you mentioned, 4-1 yesterday. A team that's only got 1 loss in the season, now 18-1 on the year, and so probably the favorite coming to this ball game. They'll throw their ace today in the matchup against the Trojans, as it'll be Derek Bycroft on the hill against Ty Norris for the Trojans. We'll go through your starting lineups and continue to break this one down. Talk maybe about that girls matchup as well going on later today. It's miraculous that we're playing baseball and softball here today after the weather moved through. Hopefully we'll get it in before it does it again. Trojan men going to take on Iola here on Girard Sports Live. This is the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show brought to you by Community National Bank, serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And of course, Girard Sports Live is presented by Croccan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit from Croccan, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Croccan has to offer at ckt.net. Fortunate enough to be broadcasting here on Girard Sports Live as well as ESPN 100.7. Thanks to my cans, we'll be on both radio and video here throughout the regionals and hopefully into state competition. Up next, your starting lineups here from Pittsburgh State, the Trojans and the Mustangs, next on Girard Sports Live and ESPN 100.7.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their e-power checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard schools. Go Trojans!
Croccan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Croccan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday night's kids' night, and Friday's boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com. or call 620-724-4090.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call's service as their trucks crisscross southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Call's is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call's Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here live at Pittsburgh State University, the side of this 4A Division II regional championship between the Girard Trojans, Iola Mustangs. BJ Harris with you alongside me. Mike Snow. Mike.
I just went down to the sideline. I'm the cameraman, color guy, statistician, and now the sideline reporter. And I had a conversation with Dr. Jason Clementson, who will be umpiring in the field today. And there is a issue with the scoreboard here at Pittsburgh State, so they are waiting for somebody to get over, probably Nate Davis.
He's here, by the way, I just saw.
Somebody that can change the code. Now, I will say this. We have our SEK All-Star basketball game at John Lance Arena every year, same type of scoreboard setup, and I had to call Lane Lord in because we had the same issue with it.
It does. I was helping try to get that squared away before the broadcast started, and it's decidedly more complicated than it should be.
Yes,
I think. But
yeah, Team One name here, you type it.
Yep.
But you know, you and I talk about this a lot. If we were smart enough to be programmers, that stuff would be fixed. You know,
that's true. Well, also there's the option of saying the score is blah 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 to blah 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 and be done with it and not have to have it up on a scoreboard. These kids have played a lot of baseball without having a scoreboard, but we will see how things progress here. The Lady Trojans are in action, as I mentioned, over there in Girard, and Tom Stegman, kudos to him, as he was pretty confident last night that if he got a rain and got a little bit of dry spell, he'd get that field going, and he was ready to go. He said he'd have to be a magician to get it done this morning when I texted him, and he must have got it good enough to play anyway, and so they'll play there starting at 3 o'clock as well. They're probably underway because their scoreboard works, but it'll be Clearwater and Frontenac in game number 1, and then in game number 2, it'll be the Lady Trojans against Wichita Trinity, as the Lady Trojans trying to repeat as 4A Division II champions, and we will hopefully have we'll have that game for you here in just a little bit, but also have the championship game hopefully later on this evening, all here on Girard Sports Live. Those stations can be heard also on the radio on 103.5, and the Lady Trojans are playing pretty good, 20-0 on the season. They've won something like 34 straight softball games and trying to defend for 4A state champion.
Yeah, and you know, in my mind, they're the favorites. I've said that all year. They've got the pitching. They've got something that's not talked about a lot. They hit the ball and talk about their pitching and defense, but their team speed, BJ. That's one thing I noticed last year. I called a couple of games up at the state tournament, and you know, in softball, most of the time, if you get the leadoff runner on, it's a bunt or a slap to move them over. Well, Coach Vinzi has the option of just stealing second, and that's not something you can do at the high school level. Well, he's got 3 or 4 girls in that lineup that can swipe second. Now you use the bunt and the sacrifice to get them to third, and then up and down the lineup, even with Kaylee Augustine lost to graduation, still all 9 hitters handle it better than most 4A Division II teams. So I would expect, barring one of those baseball, softball games that happen, kind of like the 2 we saw yesterday, a lot of atom balls, a lot of strikeouts, I see them putting up double digits and making a run and winning it again.
Lady Trojans, that team speed, they do starts at the top, J.C. Murphy and Sydney Crane. Once they're on base, it's very dangerous, and if you make a mistake, overthrow a bag or whatever, it can end up in a run. That's how quick it is, and a one in the little gap, shallow right field will almost often be a triple for Sydney Crane. She's so fast, and then you mentioned up and down the lineup, and then those freshmen have stepped in really big. Michaela Osmus is one that starts there at right field, and then when she's not in, Alexis Jenkins, 2 freshmen have really come on. They hit the ball well, they play good defense, and they filled in that absence and Kaylee Augustine. 7 seniors, a junior, and a freshman that start for the Lady Trojans, and they'll be taking on Wichita Trinity. That game scheduled for 4:30 today over there in Girard. We are in the midst of this Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. The Trojan men getting ready to take on the Iola Mustangs. And Mike, you look at Iola. Obviously, I mentioned that 18-1 record. Something that you got to question is that competition, what they see in that Pioneer League up there, and the Trojans playing in the CNC, Galena, Frontenac, Colgan. I mean, that's some pretty good baseball. Baxter Springs, obviously, pretty good competition they see. So does that balance out those records as they come into this ball game?
Yeah, I think it does. And you just look at the quality of pitching that you get year in and year out in the CNC. It is much better than what it is, and with all due respect to the Pioneer League. You know, there's been years where the Pioneer League's better in certain things than the CNC. Baseball, for whatever reason, BJ, in the last since 2001, Chet always talks about it all the time, 21 or 22 state titles from 5 different schools. I know Colgan and Baxter have won a majority of those, but anytime you have 5 schools win a state title, that means that there's an emphasis and you actually have baseball guys coaching. You don't have a football assistant coach that doesn't really know. He'll come out and throw BP and hit your grounders, but he's not a baseball guy. Up and down this league, I mean, you look at this matchup here, Coach Beaver, he's been around the game for quite some time.
He's a baseball guy.
Yeah, he's a baseball guy for sure. So just the little things like the bunting, the hit and run he did yesterday, Boatman's little ground ball. I mean, that little weak ground balls, anybody in the lineup is going to get thrown out at first. They moved the runner, put him in motion. Second baseman went to cover the bag. That it went into right field, and that gave you runners at first and third, and that turned out to be a huge inning for Girard. So those are little things that Coach Beaver can do that we talked about in the postseason. It's going to be a run here. It's going to be a run there. And if you can figure out a way to manufacture a run or two in a 7-inning game that you already know is going to be tight, that gives you an opportunity. And last night, 9-inning game, they found a way to push a couple of runs across by moving guys over. Frontenac had the same opportunities, and their players didn't execute. And those two little things are the whole difference in the game.
And that's why the Trojans are here getting ready to play, and they will take on Iola, the Mustangs, and the Trojans here in this 4A Division II championship ball game here in the regionals. The winner will take on the state tournament as they'll head to Salina. It's been in Emporia, I believe, the last couple of years, and headed to Salina in 4A Division II. And so they'll be out there. Hopefully, you know, both Crimson and Gold teams are headed to that state tournament. We'll have more on that, where you'll find them. They'll be here on Girard Sports Live if we make it there, as well as radio throughout their state run, if that is the situation. We're waiting for some equipment to get this thing started here today. And then we'll get going. The ladies will play at 4:30 here on Girard Sports Live as well, and 103.5. This game here tonight, this afternoon, is on Girard Sports Live and 100.7 ESPN. We'll step away, take another quick break. We come back, we'll have your starting lineups, hopefully, and a first pitch here from Pittsburgh State University to the side of this championship ball game, the Trojans and the Mustangs on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today at 620-724-4558.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Get ready to do starting lineups here at the venue in this ball game. The Girard Trojans, Iola Mustangs. Starting lineups, as always, brought to you by our friends at Ag Choice of Hepplers. Ag Choice is the best place to start this planting season to find solutions for your agricultural and livestock needs. Contact Joe Murphy at Ag Choice of Hepplers, 620-368-4347. First up for the Iola Mustangs, leading off and playing center field, number 22, Isaac Vink. Batting second, number 8, the right fielder, Calvin Delich. Batting third, the pitcher, number 20, Derek Bycroft. Batting fourth, number 10, the shortstop, Cal Leonard. Batting fifth, number 33, first baseman, Brady Wiggin. Batting sixth, number 5, Ethan Taveras, the third baseman. Batting seventh, and the left fielder, number 11, Kane Rogers. Batting eighth, number 2, Blake Ashmore. He'll play second. And the catcher, batting ninth, number 4, Kaysen Barker. For the Girard Trojans, it'll be Matt Saban leading things off, the right fielder. For the Trojans, Matt's yesterday in that ball game, kind of a rough outing, but had a huge sacrifice RBI in the ninth inning to drive in a run, and that ended up helping be the difference. That was the insurance run on top of things in the ninth inning. For the Trojans, batting second, the second baseman, number 25, Evan Troike. Evan yesterday hit by a pitch in that ninth inning as well. He had a strikeout, a single, and a sac bunt in the contest. Batting third is number 7, Ethan Goff. He'll play shortstop. He was the pitcher yesterday as he ran 6 strong innings for the Trojans. Only gave up 1 run in his effort yesterday for Girard. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 29, Wade Boatman. Wade had 3 strikeouts and a single in that ball game. For the Trojans, number 5, the batting fifth is the catcher, Ethan Jahay. Ethan had a decent ball game yesterday as he drove in a run. He drove in the first run of the ball game in that third inning, or fourth inning rather. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 9, Caden Lulleman. As Mike mentioned, he was the hero yesterday, coming in that seventh inning to get out of a jam, bases loaded, nobody out, and able to get into it and then end up closing out the ball game, getting the win, the first baseman. Batting seventh is Ty Norris, eighth is Connor Dillon, and ninth is Taylor Bruning. And Taylor had a huge RBI hit in that ball game. We'll step away from the national anthem. Starting first pitch next.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their ePower checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
This is Girard Sports Live.
BJ Harris, Mike Snow back out here at the Pittsburgh State University Class 4A Division II Regional Championship game. The Girard Trojans, Iola Mustangs here on ESPN 100.7 Girard Sports Live, and the Mustangs have taken the field, gone through our starting lineups, national anthem, and ready for some baseball here. A nice breeze out of the south, kind of south-southwest right now, blowing basically straight into the outfield from the catchers from our vantage point, as a matter of fact. And that breeze is nice. It's cooler. When the sun comes out, it warms up pretty dramatically. And playing on this turf, this may be a little different for some of these guys.
Yeah, it is. And, we talked about low scoring and tight games. Well, the defense is going to get better. Now, the ball will move faster, but every hop, and that's one thing to keep an eye on. And for those of you watching online, ground ball to the shortstop with that lip and front neck on the natural surface. It could bounce. It couldn't bounce. It's not consistent. Here, it'll be consistent, and everybody will field 90% of the ground balls today about waist high, step into the throw. So that will help things. And Derek Bycroft, I like him. He's got a curveball, slider, changeup, and a very strange delivery from the ball doesn't get much further behind his right ear, and it's going to be hard for hitters to pick it up.
First pitch brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett's for great gift ideas, supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying. And get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece, or sign up for classes. Larrett Ceramics, 620-724-8442. Matt Saban going to step in here for the Trojans to lead things off. The right fielder coming in batting .255 into this tournament. And he'll let the first one trail inside. Ball one.
And you'll notice he's got a lot of arm side and run on his two-seam fastball. And that it seems like he's throwing darts right behind his ear, and it's on you.
There's the 1-0. Yeah, that's quick. Doesn't give you a whole lot to pick up as it comes across there.
Most hitters, when the arm swings back or when the hands separate, that's when they get their load. With Bycroft, hands separate, and then it's in the zone.
1-1 count here for Saban. He'll turn on one, foul back, out of play. Strike two. About 24 hours, this place will be crawling with little mini Baja vehicles out here. But baseball today. 1-2 count here for Saban. Catch the outside edge. Catch him watching that one, and outside a little bit, but enough to get the strikeout.
BJ, there's no excuse for that. Yesterday, all three umpires, or the two that they give you about an inch or two on the outside corner, and the hitters need to adjust, because if you don't, you're going to get rung up today.
Got to bring up the number 2 hitter, the second baseman, Evan Troike. Evan batting .245 coming into the tournament. First pitch, strike one, same pitch that he got Saban watching just a moment ago. Evan yesterday, a sac bunt, fly out, single, strikeout, and hit by pitch, and 5 plate appearances in that extra inning ball game. Went to 9 yesterday with Frontenac. It was obvious that those two teams, neither one wanted to lose that game. It was competitive from the get-go. And I mentioned to the broadcast with Frontenac, they play each other in sports more than any other school. Girard saw them twice in football, lost both. Saw them twice in basketball, lost a big one in the sub-state championship. And for some of these Trojans to play all those sports, that was a big win for them over Frontenac. And I'd already played them twice in the regular season of baseball. Here's the 0-1, ball 1, 0-2 rather, and 1-2 the count.
You know, Kason Barker, a rare thing you see at this level is a left-handed catcher.
Yeah.
Receiving it from a right-handed pitcher with an umpire that gives you a couple of steps out on the inside wide, if you will, the left-handed batter. So that could be something to watch as well. It doesn't look as far out with a left-handed catcher with the glove on the right hand.
What I saw coming to play was on a drop third strike and trying to get it around that runner. He had to back off a little bit and kind of come out of a different angle than a right-handed catcher would have to do. 1-2 count, get him on the inside, and caught swinging there was Troike. And 2 away here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, number 7, Ethan Goff. Ethan again pitched 6 strong innings yesterday for the Trojans. And he'll take a huge crack at that one, swing and a miss. Strike one. Ethan leads his team in most batting categories. 18 runs driven in going into the tournament. 377 on the year. And kind of all-around leader for them. They're ace on the hill as well. 0-1 count. That one stayed up. Trying to bloop that one into center field. He'll be back and make the catch. Caught by the center fielder, Isaac Vink, and retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the first inning. 0-0. Mustangs coming to the plate.
This is Girard Sports Live.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
Paoni Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Paoni DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Paoni has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Paoni Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to paonidental.com.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Ty Norris on the mound for the Trojans. Bottom of the first inning, no score so far. 3 up, 3 down for the Trojans in that top of this inning. It'll bring up 1, 2, and 3. Isaac Vink, the center fielder, Calvin Delich, and Derek Bycroft, the pitcher. Ty did not have an outing to remember yesterday. He was helped out by his teammate Caden Lallman, who came in and helped him get out of the jam, but see if starting out instead of coming in relief is a different approach for Ty here for the Trojans. Isaac Vink, the center fielder. First pitch, low, ball 1.
Iola really struggled at the plate early on. Took him to the bottom of the 6th to crack the code of Prairie View's pitchers.
There's strike 1 on the outside edge. Bottom.
Feel a sigh of relief from the Girard fans that Ty found
strike.
it.
Here's a 1-1 to Vink. Ooh, kind of went back to that same spot, didn't get it. It's a game of inches. A little bit out, a little bit off the mark, and ball 2, 2-1. Trying to find that outside edge.
You know, BJ, we're year 2 now into the pitch count, and you can see, especially in the postseason, how much it's changed the game. A lot of takes.
Sure. 3-1 to count here to Vink, the leadoff hitter for the Mustangs. And he'll have a leadoff walk. We had to get all the way to
stepping in now for Iola, the right fielder, number 8, Calvin.
The 8th inning yesterday before we had our first walk. And we hit it on the leadoff hitter. He'll come out Delich, the right fielder, bat left. And now Norris will have to watch Vink over there on the first base bag. This one high outside, ball 1. Well, it's just so important with that to start working ahead in counts and be ahead from the get-go. Some subtle differences. I mean, it's a few pitches here or there. Honestly, I was talking in the post game yesterday, you know, that double play for the Trojans that wasn't led to about 8 more pitches for Ethan Goff. He doesn't throw those 8 more pitches. He starts that 7th. He might be able to end that 7th. That game might end in regulation because he started the 6th inning with about 89 pitches, and he got the last batter when he started the inning. He had 104 going into the last batter he faced, and you can finish it. But if he had had just a few less, he could have finished the game. There's a 2-0, and strike from Norris, 2-1.
They know that he pitched yesterday. They know he struggled with his command, and they're going to come out and take till they get a strike. Yeah. And that's 90% of the teams in the postseason when the starting pitcher can only go 105 pitches. A couple of 20-inning pitches, and your night is shorter.
Lay down a bunt. That'll go foul, strike 2. 2-2 here for Delich.
That's good baseball right there, BJ. Put pressure on the defense early, and that's what I like to see. Get that leadoff guy on, try to move him over.
Yeah, it seems like that's been the MO. All these teams in this particular tournament have played it that way. Some small ball. That one high, gets out of the hand of Ethan J. Vink was going. He'll turn and look at third, but hold up. That was going to be a tough play, pulling him out of his stance anyways, and it'll be a full count. Now here to Delich. Another long at-bat here, just the second batter for the Mustangs. Roller down the first base line, foul, and it'll remain full. TV out here, that means we're out here. That means you know it's a big game. TV starts showing up. They know it's a big game, plus it's close.
She's here because we're here.
That's right. 3-2. Hard hit. Roman over to second. Got him.
Wow.
Caden, no doubter. He knew where he was going with that ball as soon as it came off the bat. A huge play for the Trojans to put that one away. Hard hit ball by Delich. And then he immediately went over there. That had to be quick too because Vink wasn't far off the bag. It was coming back. See how that helps Norris maybe settle in a little bit with some good defense behind him.
Yeah, pitcher's best friend there. Line shot on a 3-2 after you walked the leadoff hitter. And can't say enough about Ethan Goff's play. He had 1 foot and 1 hand on the turf and dug that out, kept his foot on the base, and able to get the double play. Bang, bang call.
So 2 away now, nobody on. It'll be a good pitch. Ooh. On the inside corner, not enough to get a strike, 2-0 to count. Here's a 2-0. Outside ball 3.
Come on, Ty, you can do it, bud.
Ty's been back and forth. He's not far off on those points. He's just not quite getting it where the umpire wants it, and working behind here in these first 3 batters. 3-0. Inside, again, another example of that. Just missing, just barely on the inside. It was the right height. And he'll put another runner on.
Number 10, Cal Leonard.
Shout out to Lane Lord, who's listening. He had a comment about our broadcast, but we'll...
Can't say something nice, don't say anything at all.
That's right.
That's what my mama said. But my mama said. That'll bring up Cal Leonard, the shortstop. 4th batter, another pass ball, and this looks very familiar, in fact. Now a line drive to Caden Lallman's forthcoming. Runner on second. I put Bycroft over there. Cal Leonard, the shortstop, as I mentioned. 1-0 count to him. Just need to get a strike across the plate. Time just very similar to his outing yesterday where he wasn't far off, just not quite where he needed to be in playoff baseball. Got to be dialed in. Here's a 2-0. Missed again outside edge, 3-0.
That's one thing about this Iola team. They're very disciplined at the plate, and you know they seem struggling on every hitter. And maybe as we get down to 7, 8, 9 here, BJ, a 3-1 count, the take may be on there just to prove that he can do it.
Yep.
And it's one of those deals. You said it best. He's missing a little high and inside, a little low and away. If maybe make some sort of an adjustment, take a deep breath. And I thought Ethan Jehay did a good job here to try to just kind of give him a reset. They bailed him out with the double play. If he can figure out a way to get it out here and hold him to no runs, maybe a little momentum, he'll have a chance to bat next inning, a base hit. Will give him an opportunity to kind of get his head back in it.
Here's a 3-0. Strike 1, 3-1. Ty coming to this tournament, 2.53 ERA. He hurt that a little bit last night. And 1-2 on the season. Here's a pop fly over to left, coming in to make the play. Connor Dillon will make it and retire the side. And so some theatrics, but nothing, no harm, no foul, so to speak. And that will head to the top of the second. Still 0-0, Trojans coming back to bat. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live, listening on ESPN 100.7.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday night's kids' night, and Friday's boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com. or call 620-724-4090.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in Southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Third baseman Wade Boatman going to lead things off here in the second inning for the Trojans. It'll be Boatman, Jehay, and Lalaman for Girard. First pitch, strike one on the inside edge, inside corner. Strike 1, 0-1. Really pretty nice day.
Beautiful.
Some low clouds and sun pokes in and out. Ball one outside, 1-1. Weather has been pretty typical of mid-May. Just let loose with hail and thunder, and then gorgeous 78 degrees, and then later on we'll have some more hail and thunder. Third pitch misses outside again, 2-1. First time really we've seen Bycroft work behind an account. And his fourth batter faced here in the second. And a swing and a miss from Boatman, strike two.
See, from our vantage point, it doesn't look like there's velocity like Goff and Ginnivan had, but that short release, every Girard hitter, BJ, in their first at bat have been about a click or so behind the fastball of Bycroft.
Yeah, that quick release might make up for a little bit of that. Here's Boatman trying to dial it back in.
It's almost like a catcher, you know, right from his ear.
Wade scored a run yesterday from second, and I made mention in the broadcast, he coming down that third base line and looking at Beeve, and Beeve was turning him on, and the look on his face was like, "Are you sure?" And he said, "Heck yeah, get in there." And foul tip, caught, and a strikeout for Boatman. But he scored and got that run. That was one of those big momentum plays there in that fourth inning for the Trojans. One away here in the top of the second. That'll bring up Ethan Jahay. There's one. That'll be over the second baseman, and he'll be on with one away. Ethan's had some real good confidence coming to the plate in these ball games. It seems like the bigger the game, the more he brings to the table. Yesterday, he had the first RBI of the ball game was knocked in by Ethan. RBI single.
That was a nice play out there in right field by Delich, because if that gets by him, even though Jay's a catcher, BJ, he's standing at third, because that turf is fast. It rolls all the way to the fence.
So they'll bring in a courtesy runner. Mitch Murphy will come in and run for Ethan Jahay. So they made that change. And a pass ball. Murphy will quickly get over to first, or over to second, rather. And runner in scoring position here with one away for Lallemand. Caden yesterday from the plate. Strikeout, RBI single in the fourth. Ground out and a ground out in his 4 at-bats.
Good bunting situation here, BJ. Get him over to third, then anything scores him.
1-0 pitch. Ooh, that one hung up there. We'll change that speed on it. Not that you can tell that easily, but that one seemed like it crawled in there a little slower.
Yeah, that was his 12-6 curveball. He also throws a little slider. Throws out a couple of different speeds as well.
Lallemand, the 1-1. This, ooh, got that outside edge. You've been consistent, and you mentioned the officials the other day, umpires were all pretty consistent on that. About an inch and a half, 2 inches off that outside edge of the plate.
I mean, Lallman's feet or toes are right on the inside chalk.
Here's the 1-2. That one looped over the first base. He can't make the catch. Murphy had to hold up on second. And just enough. I don't know how you'd score that one.
That's a hit.
Made him stretch up there. He probably should have played that one a little bit. It must have had a pretty spin on it, as he could have easily had plenty of time to back off on it. Instead, decided to wait and try to jump up and grab it. And now that'll put runners on the corners with one out here in the top of the second. Trojans trying to get on the board first for Ty Norris. Ty, 2 for 2 yesterday. Warmed up as the game progressed. And he'll take ball 1. 2A girls softball going on across the way as well. That one fully turfed as well this summer, and so some of the only games probably getting played here in Southeast Kansas today, but Suns came out and dried some things up perhaps. 1-0. Miss ball 2. Those runners getting on just put a little bit more pressure on the pitcher, make you work a little bit harder. He'll check both corners. That one will stay high, ball 3, and now Norris likely holding back on this one.
He's going to have to use a lot of pitches and pitch really hard to get out of this. And even if Iola does get out of this with a run or hold them to nothing, the next couple innings when the top of the lineup comes up is where the Trojans can do some damage.
Lallemand on first, Mitch Murphy on third, and that 3-0 pitch will catch the inside corner, strike 1, 3-1.
This inning reminds me of the third last night when they had 4 consecutive singles to plate 2 runs.
Yep. Here's a 3-1 to Norris. He'll foul that one back out of play, 3-2.
Knock it out there, bud. Come on, line drive it. You can do it.
You a fan of the turf?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, especially baseball. 80% of it obviously is played in the spring as much as it rains. Yeah, like you said, you've said it 3 times on the broadcast. We wouldn't be playing today anywhere else.
There's one trying to stay alive. Able to get down on that one. Foul it just off. 3-2 will remain the count. Doesn't change the game a ton. You mentioned makes those bounces true, and once you get used to playing it. It's tough to come out and do it once, you know.
Well,
the
one thing I've noticed coming out to a lot of Pitt State games this year and watching it on turf is the outfielders have to play about 5 steps deeper than normal, which you'll see more little flares over the infield, like the first 2 hits for Girard that drop in, because the outfield has to play back so far, because if it scoots by you, it's 2 extra bases.
Quick meeting at the mound there with Bycroft, try to settle him down. Ty Norris looking to do a 3-2 count. Runners in the corners, only 1 away. There's Norris staying alive.
Well, you can't say enough how good this at-bat is by Ty, because Bycroft is a strikeout pitcher in dire need of a strikeout, and he is working that count. This will be pitch number 8 of this at-bat. And when you have 105 for the game, a couple of 8-pitch at-bats, BJ, will really run that total up.
He'll step back off. Lallman's got enough speed on first base, but they've been able to hold him to first. If he could get over to second, that'd be huge here with only 1 away. Norris, he'll sit on it, just miss outside, bases loaded. And a 1 away here for Connor Dillon.
The left fielder, number 4, Connor Dillon.
And right now, Bycroft finding himself in an early jam. Dillon batting .222. Yesterday, a single, ground out, fly out, and a walk.
And will be taken to get the strike here.
Nope. Swing and fouled out. Strike 1. Great crowd today for 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Baseball that wasn't supposed to go until we didn't know about it until last night. And productivity in Girard probably down a little bit.
And Iola.
Bosses probably shouldn't walk by any computers here in the next hour and a half or so. People hopefully watching instead of work. That's what we're doing. 0-2 here to Dillon. He'll go high and swing and a miss. It's a big strikeout for Bycroft to try to get back right. And I don't think Dillon just not patient enough in that bat. You just saw what Ty Norris did a moment ago.
And he really chased 2 out of the zone, BJ. Should be 2-1, and Bycroft really getting nervous up there.
Bruning an RBI single in the 9th inning last night to give the Trojans back the lead. You know, there's a lot of storylines last night. Taylor Bruning probably overshadowed a little bit. He had the best defensive player of the ball game, full-out dive for 1 at center field, and then that RBI single in the 9th. And he'll take on the inside, ball 2-0. It was a fantastic play. Fully horizontal to the ground as he dove out to get that one, and then pressure on in the 9th. Here's a 2-0. He was taken all the way there, 2-1.
He had a big hit yesterday, too, as you mentioned, and this would be a big hit here. Even if they can push 1 across with the bottom of the lineup, that'll give them some momentum moving forward here against the ace of Iola.
2-1 count. Ball 3, 3-1.
Now, this is the situation I'm talking about. Your 9-hole hitter up, 3-1. Taylor's a good contact guy. I'd put the take on here all the way and force Bycroft to come at you.
Here's a 3-1. Swing, miss, strike. It's going to have to be perfect, and that was a strike all the way. It was going to be that way whether he swung at it or not. Here's a 3-2, runners go. Swing and a miss. That's a big one. Remember, 2 strikeouts after putting bases loaded. 38 pitches for Bycroft. As we head to the bottom of the 2nd, still no score. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters for Iola. You're watching 4 Division II Regional Tournament Action Championship game on Girard Sports Live and listening on ESPN 100.7.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics.
This is Girard Sports Live.
First baseman number 33, Brady Wiggins.
Here we go, bottom of the second inning. No score here so far for a Division II Regional Championship game. Girard Trojans, Iola Mustangs, B.J. Harris alongside me, Mike Snow. Into this bottom of the second, it'll be Brady Wiggins. Swing and a miss. And I think for Ty, it's about confidence right now. Trying to get that confidence back up. A rough outing last night. Not a great start, but not too bad in that first inning. And trying to bend one in. That was a good enough curveball that it got the front row here to think it was going to be a bean pitch. And he got that thing to turn on enough to nearly get over the plate. Ball 1-1-1 to count.
I think against this Iola lineup, the leadoff guy is very crucial for Ty to find a way to get him out. That's one thing Prairie View was able to do really well last night and limit the Iola offense to just one run through the first 5 innings.
3-1 now the count for Wiggin.
Don't you like when you have headphones on and people come up and ask you a question?
I was able to answer. It's a 3-1. Foul back, strike 2.
There you go, one more, Ty.
Wiggin, the first baseman, third baseman Ethan Taveras is in the hole. They're on deck, rather, and Kane Rogers in the hole, the left fielder. 5'6", 5'7".
Wiggins a big kid.
It's a full count pitch. Swing back. Got all the umpire on that one. Shakes it off, and it'll remain full. Just a light breeze. Wind's no factor here today. Fatigue might be an issue too for the Trojans, playing extra innings and the delay, and then have to come back out here and get ready to go again today. And it's not real traditional the way this has gone down. Swing and a miss. Strike him out. First K of the ball game for Ty. As you said, getting that leadoff hitter so important. Brings up Ethan Tavares, the third baseman. Ooh. Tough call there. Ball 1 on the first pitch from Norris. He settled in a little bit, though. There's one little slow roller up the line. Lallman right to the bag. He won't have to work too hard for that one. You didn't get to see it because Mike fell asleep on the camera, but it was a pretty good play. You gave me full disclosure before the broadcast started, but it'd been ideal if you could move that camera over there and get that whenever that happens.
I'll get Caden a shot there.
Rogers.
Well, I told you that the baseball part would be watching the baseball instead of running the camera.
If Josh Lettner and Dale Sherman can do it, I got more than enough confidence that you can
challenge
pull
accepted.
it off.
Got it.
There's a strike. First pitch to Kane Rogers, the left fielder.
A couple of reasons why that was big, BJ. That's the first curveball that Ty's gotten in there for a strike.
There's the 0-1 to Rogers. It's downside. Ball 1-1-1. Two away, nobody on. Strike 2, 1-2 the count now for Rogers.
Come back to the bender here.
One and two the count for Rogers. He tried it, missed it badly outside. Kind of slipped out maybe.
Just a bit inside. I don't know how the hitter laid off of that one.
It was inside of the next batter.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
And that'll even things out at 2-2. Two down, nobody on.
One more, bud.
in the bottom of the second inning. No score. And the count will be 3-2 on a missed ball 3. Here's a 3-2. Down the pipe. Bruning broke in early. Now he'll have to backtrack, and it's over his head. That'll make it all the way to the warning track, all the way to the fence. It'll be a triple, maybe home. Ought to send him. And they will hold him at third. That was a 3-2 pitch that hung up there. And right down the pop, and Rogers was all over it. And so now, a little pressure here for the Trojans with 2 down and 1 on. A runner at third. With the triple from Rogers, it'll bring up the number 8 hitter, the second baseman, Blake Ashmore. Trojans try to work out of another jam here in the second inning. First pitch strike. Strike 1, 0-1 to count.
Big first pitch strike right there.
It's almost like Pittsburgh High may have shown up to practice and are sorely disappointed when they got here. Here's one hard hit ball left field out of play. Strike 2.
AJ. I'll get him up here. He's a baseball guy, and it could be AJ and BJ. And then I can focus on the camera.
Get all kinds of confused. 0-2 count here, a 2 away and 1 on. Trying to catch that outside edge. He's not going to get the benefit. That's been there at times.
That's a great location, a great pitch at 0-2.
Ties settled in a little bit here. Obviously a big hit just a moment ago from Rogers, but other than that, not too bad. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Knock him out. 2 strikeouts in that inning for Ty Norris. He'll face the number 9 hitter when he comes back out there. Back to the top of the order for the Trojans, Saban, Troike, and Goff when we return here on Girard Sports Live and ESPN 100.7.
This is Girard Sports Live.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today at 620-724-4558.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Matt Saban, Evan Troike, Ethan Goff, the 1-2-3 batters here coming up to lead off this third inning. No score so far. It's shaping up to hopefully be a really good day for the Trojans. Lady Trojans are in action at 4:30. You see that bracket. They'll take on Wichita Trinity in their first game, hopefully making it to a championship game. Saban struck out watching to lead off the ball game for the Trojans. And he'll pop one up on the infield on the first pitch, right to the pitcher, and 1 away.
You know, one of the things I was going to say before this inning is Bycroft threw 20 pitches, 20 of his 38 last inning, and I felt like Girard started to get to him a little bit. Now the top of the lineup coming up, and this is a recipe for maybe Girard to push one across, and I'm glad I didn't say it because Matt, first pitch, popped it out.
Troike going to sit on one outside. Troike got swinging.
And, you know, Troike came up with a base hit with 2 outs, ended up scoring, which was a big run last night in an inning that Girard offensively didn't look like they were going to do much. Singled, stole second, scored on an error.
Ooh. Change up there from Bycroft. Got Evan a little off guard. It'll move it to 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Strike 2, got the edge.
Well, you'd think as many guys that got rung up on that pitch, BJ, they'd start making adjustments.
They can't get much closer. Everybody pretty much squeezing right up on the line here. That's what shifted that. I think that strike zone out just a little bit. Here's the 1-2. Tries to go back to it. Missed it. Ball 2-2 the count here for Troike. Everything on top of that laptop. There's one just poked right back into the dugout of the Trojans. Somehow missed everybody, I think. It paid to be up on the fence on that one.
Yeah.
They put that fence in there not that long ago. What's been when they did this? Or
yep.
Yeah, so just this year, that used to be just wide open. God, it was dangerous. Stays 2-2, and Troike's been able to battle back here in this at-bat. Move the count to full, 3-2.
He runs well, getting the guy on here with 1 out. You can see maybe the hit and run again from Coach Beeve.
Here's a 3-2 to Troike. Missed it outside, ball 4.
Well, that's just a tough take, BJ.
Yep. Whew. Well, they took on the one that you said they should be starting to swing on maybe a little bit, and they probably could have. But just missed a little bit outside, and a 1-out walk for Evan Troike to bring up Ethan Goff. Be a nice time for a timely hit. You're right, the speed of Troike over there at first. Anything in the outfield could score him from first. Anything past to the fence anyways. Fly out by Goff, the shortstop in the first inning. He'll foul one back, and strike 1. One down, 1 on for the Trojans here in the top of the 3rd inning. Fouled straight back again. Strike 2, 0-2 the count.
Probably should expect some off speed here from Bycroft.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go buy some of these tents, and I'm going to show up at ballparks and rent space underneath them. That's worked out pretty good for some folks.
You'll get premium dollar as long as you're not under them.
Oh, struck him out. Got the bottom half of the plate on the 0-2 low. It was real low in that strike zone, but got the call.
Now batting for Girard, the 3rd baseman, number 29, Wade Boatman.
And 2 away with 1 on here as Troike's at first. Boatman coming to the plate, struck out to lead off the 2nd inning. It's a little piece of that one, strike 1.
Would you see when he comes set with that slide step, how quickly he gets the ball to the plate? I'm telling you, it's a tough adjustment. I couldn't hit off of anybody, and I'd really have a hard time looking off of this guy.
This one popped up down at first base line. Back goes the first baseman, Wiggin, and he'll make the catch. And we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Still a no score in this 4A Division II Regional Championship. Trojans and the Mustangs trying to get a ticket to the state tournament. Bottom of the 3rd coming up next for the Mustangs. It's Barker, and back to the top of the order for Vink and Delish. You're watching on Girard Sports Live, listening on ESPN 100.7.
This is Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is a first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Bottom of the third inning, no score so far here in this one. 4A Division II Regional Championship game, Girard Trojans, Iola Mustangs. BJ Harris with you alongside me, Mike Snow, as we come to the number 9 hitter, Kason Barker, the catcher for the Mustangs. Ty Norris on the hill still for the Trojans. Just now getting to the bottom of the order here in this third. So Ty's settled in a little bit. He's just got the one strikeout still, 2 strikeouts in this ball game, though both in that second inning. First pitch ball, 1-0. Ball 2.
You want to come at the bottom of the lineup, especially when your pitch count's probably a little bit elevated because you had a hard time finding it early on in this one.
Here's a 2-0 swing.
Wow, are you surprised to see that? He chased that one out of the zone.
Yep. At patience, you've talked a lot about it already. You may make those guys work a little bit at it, and so patience is about as valuable as anything. 2-1, trying to bend that curveball. I would make a fool out of myself trying to face that curveball because I'd have bailed, I'd have ran, I'd have ducked, I'd have done something. That thing looked like it was coming dead to rights for him. To his credit, Barker stood in there. 3-1 count now from Norris. High ball 4. And he'll walk the leadoff hitter to the number 9 hole hitter. That'll bring up Isaac Vink. He walked to start this ball game. It's the third walk of the ball game for Norris. Courtesy runner will come in here for the Mustangs. So that will bring on Isaac Batters.
Now running on first base for Iola, number 16, Isaac Batters.
Freshman.
Up to bat, the leadoff batter, number 22,
Great
and center
baseball
fielder,
name.
Isaac Bing.
Spelled with D's, not T's, but. One on, nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning for Vink. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And that was going to catch that outside edge. That was right where he was trying to put it.
I'm really surprised Vink isn't bunting here. They're starting to get, to the middle part of this game. Both pitchers are really controlling it. Both teams had a semi of a thread. Girard's probably greater with bases loaded and 1 out and had back-to-back strikeouts, but with your leadoff guy, you got obviously a courtesy runner and with good speed over there and maybe trying to turn up the heat a little bit defensively. I think Norris kind of gets a sense of that as he's trying to pick off the runner a couple of times before coming home, and he's up in the count here, 0-1.
Made a couple throws over to first, trying to catch Vink, or rather Barker. There's the 0-1. Runner goes, throw down. Got him. What a great throw by Ethan Jahey. He even bobbled that a little bit at the beginning of it, but stayed with it. And the throw down to first. Trojans have had some nice defensive plays today. The double play on a line driver to first base and Caden Lallman in the first inning, and then over to second, and kind of a leaner by Goff to get the double play in the first to get out of a jam for Norris, and now this one to get the leadoff walk on the stolen base attempt. And the 0-2 pitch, curveball missed low, ball 1, 1-2. One, two. Ooh. Ty was walking off. He thought he had that one, felt pretty good about it, but
One more.
one out, nobody on. And a 2-2 count for Isaac Vink, the leadoff hitter. Just outside, and Vink has battled back after an 0-2 start.
The defense has bailed him out a couple of times with those leadoff walks. He needs to find a strike pitch to contact here and allow the defense to make a play. You don't want to give up back-to-back walks to start the inning with the 2, 3, and 4, which is the heart of this lineup for Iola coming up.
Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Got him.
Big strikeout.
And 2 down. And nobody on here for the number 2 hitter, Calvin Delich. He flew out. He had that hard fly out in the first inning to Lolleman that led to the double play. Line driver down the first base line for him. The left-handed batter will step into the box. First pitch to Delich. Ball 1.
You know, through the first 2 2/3, Ty has been what I would refer to as effectively wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's thrown a lot of balls, but balls that haven't missed by a lot.
Ripped down the first base line, foul, strike 1, 1-1 to count for Delich.
You know, he squared one up, lined in that double play the first time. I watched him hit a couple of times yesterday. Handles the bat really well, and that's why getting that caught stealing and then a strikeout, you want the bases empty with a guy like this because he can find that right field corner and run forever on this turf.
1-1 count here for Delich. 2 out, nobody on in the 3rd. And high, missed ball 2. We were in the 3rd inning, 0-0 your score. Girard Trojans, Iola Mustangs for a Division II regional championship. Winner advances to the state tournament in Salina.
Thursday, a week from Thursday.
Week from Thursday. We'll have a little bit of time. 24th of May. That one's going to miss just a little outside and low. Ball 3, 3-1 now for Delich. There's a 3-1. Down the middle, strike 2. 3-2. He was going to go right that one, say either hit it or get the strike. Was not going to walk him there on that pitch. Now he'll have to work a little bit. Leadoff walk, but picked off at second. Then a strikeout. 3-2. Hit over there in the gap between shortstop and third and on with a single. It's a really good at-bat there for Delich. And for Ty to battle back, but gets contact and 1 runner on with 2 away for the number.
Stepping in now for Iola, the pitcher, number 20, Derek Bycroft.
Number 3 hitter and the pitcher, Derek Bycroft. Delich will get a lead over the first. He'll go over to him. Dive back. Ty's thrown to first more in this inning than I think Goff did the entire ball game yesterday. Ethan didn't have a whole lot of runners, I guess, to throw to. Over there, here's one popped up. It'll be just out of play. And strike 1. Bycroft walked in the first inning.
Wanted to send a shout out to Chad Crane, who's listening.
Did he say something rude too?
Yes, he did. Very rude. Very rude. Career 222 hitter in high school. Sydney, way better of an athlete. Not even close.
Almost more than twice as good from a
yeah,
percentage standpoint on hitting.
Yeah, Sydney would have helped our teams back in high school way more than her dad.
0-1 still. A couple throwovers to first from Norris. This one, curveball, just going to miss. On the inside edge. Umpires quit wearing blue. I just noticed they're wearing black. And I thought, man, it's kind of warm to be wearing black. I thought they always wore blue. 1-1. Jay Hay trying to hold that one in there and frame it up for him on the inside edge. Or outside edge, rather. Ball 2, 2-1. Just trying to get out of this one. 2 outs, 1 on. Delich reached a moment ago on a full count single. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 2-2 to count.
Little off-speed pitch there. Good location, low and inside. Mycroft way out in front of that one.
2-2 count with 2 away. Here for Mycroft, the pitcher. 2-2.
Oh.
Got him upside the noggin. That is why you wear a helmet. So hit by pitch will put Mycroft on. So our first hit by pitch here put Mycroft on, and that was a tough one there with the 2-2 pitch.
Yeah, you never want to see that as a pitcher. You never want to hit anybody, period. But
no, certainly not in the head.
No.
Come on, guys, let's get out of this.
He seems to be okay. Took his base. I'd rather get hit there. That's protection than get hit anywhere else.
All right.
Plus less to lose, frankly. Hit me in the head. It doesn't really do much damage. First pitch. There goes the runner down to third. Boatman, get that tag on. He overslid third base. And
that was a good play by Boatman. Every bit of his vertical, the Trojans needed it.
Yep. Jumped up there, and now they've got runners in the corners with 2 away and a 1-0 count here to Cal Leonard, the shortstop. He flied out to end the first inning. Nice to get another one of those. In fact, it was corner runners in the corners that time as well, I believe. Here's the 1-0. That one, little grounder over to Goff. Flip over to second. And a ground out will retire the side. Trojans get out of another jam in the bottom of the third. We head to the top of the fourth. Still no score in this one. 4A Division II Regional Championship. The Trojans and the Mustangs on Girard Sports Live and ESPN 100.7.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
This is Girard Sports Live.
The catcher, number 5.
Lead off here this fourth inning. The Trojans and Mustangs here from Pittsburgh State's Stadium. The Trojans will lead off with Ethan Jay.
Jay's 1 for 1. Squared one up right over the second baseman's head into right center field in his first at bat.
He'll take strike 1. Trojans need base runners. They had bases loaded in the second inning and ended up bases loaded with 1 away in the second inning and ended up not able to get one across. Here's one hard hit to second. Rolled over to first. And 1 away as Ashmore fields it over to first to Wiggin.
The first baseman, number 9, Caden Lolliman.
I bring up Caden Lolliman. Caden had a single as well, blooper over the first baseman. Got a glove on it as he extended out and couldn't come down with it. And that led to that Trojans getting those base runners on. A walk by Norris after that had the bases loaded. And then 2 strikeouts, 1 to Connor Dillon and 1 to Taylor Bruning into that second inning opportunity. First pitch ball low, 1-0 with 1 away and nobody on. Here's the 1-0 to Caden. Caden again yesterday coming to a tough situation as a freshman in a regional semifinal game. Bases juiced, nobody out, up by 2 runs. Being the first batter, walked in only up by 1 run. Bases were still loaded, and somehow got out of that with only 1 more run to force extra innings and finish out the 8th and 9th. Next pitch, a ball to Caden, and so the count sits at 2-1. Here's delivery from Ashcroft, down the middle. That'll be popped up on the right side. Second baseman comes over, and Ashmore will make the catch, 2 away.
Probably the biggest play he made in that inning was covering home when the throw got away.
Yep.
On the game-tying run.
Now batting for Girard, the pitcher, number 23, Ty Norris.
Yeah, that was some excitement. Norris walked in his first at-bat. Fastball right down the middle, right past Norris. Strike 1, 0-1.
Norris had a 9-pitch at bat in that walk, BJ.
And right now facing 0-2.
On 2 pitches on the outside black at the knees.
Two away, nobody on. Here's the 0-2. Hard hit ball to right between left and right, or excuse me, left and center, and worked the center fielder over a long trek there for the center fielder, Isaac Vink. He had to cover some ground, but able to make the catch. And that will retire the side, 3 up, 3 down for the Trojans in the top of the 4th inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It will be Wiggin, Tavares, and Rogers, the 5, 6, 7 hitters when we return on Girard Sports Live at 100.7 ESPN.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Leading off for
Bottom of the
Iola,
4th inning
baseman
here
number 33,
in this one, the Girard Trojans, Iola
Wiggin.
Mustangs for a Division II Regional Championship game. And that'll lead off with Brady Wiggin, the first baseman for Iola. Strikeout to lead off the second inning. Ty Norris goes to work here in the 4th for the Trojans. Good pitch. Strike 1 on the inside edge. 0-1 to Wiggin. Here's the 0-1. Go back on the outside edge. Worked inside, work outside. Strike 2. 0-2.
Changing the eye level there, up and in, low and away, and now those 2 pitches he struggled with early on, now he's hitting those corners.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout on the curveball, hung up there and then cut across. What a great pitch there from Norris, and that'll bring up Ethan Tavares.
That's his 4th strikeout of the ball game, BJ, and that was his best 3-pitch sequence that he's had all day.
Third baseman Tavares, ground out. in the second. And he's starting to find his spots a little bit this time. Norris, good to see that. It was an uncharacteristic outing yesterday in that seventh, and he's come back and settled in nicely here in this one. Inside out again to start this one. This time missed a little bit. And 1-1 the count to Tavares. Here's the 1-1. Just missed low ball 2-1. Well, regardless of how this one ends, between the first game yesterday and certainly the second game yesterday, and halfway through this one, this has been a very well-played tournament between four pretty good teams. You know, certainly Iola, Girard, and Frontenac, the 1, 2, 3 seeds in this one, have just put together really competitive, entertaining ball games. 3-1 count now here to Tavares. That one hard hit in that gap again between third and short, and he'll get on with a 1-out single. Going to bring up Kane Rogers.
The left fielder,
we were talking,
number 11, Kane Rogers.
Talking earlier today there at the station with you and Eddie. Hung around, talked to him a little bit more just about the number of swings and number of games and all that more that kids play now than they used to. And
oh yeah,
I have a stance on that. I guess that's a little different than you guys. That may lead to fatigue, and you know they may not have as many kids playing at the end, but the kids who are still playing at the end are pretty good because they played so much more baseball. And this is, of all the sports, this is one that repetition, getting cuts, getting at bats, getting all those lead to just better play.
I used to be in that same mindset. You know, with the throwing, obviously that's the damage you can do, but getting swings in when the alternative is sitting at home playing Fortnite on the PlayStation, sure. You know, at least you're active and doing something.
1-0 count here for Rogers, being right in the middle of the back when that one's going to sting. And now 2-on. Norris has got himself in a jam here in this fourth inning. As a single by Tavares with 1 out, and now a hit by pitch by Rogers, the number 7 hitter. Has 2 on with 1 out, and Coach Bailey will make his first trip to the mound for the Trojans. Lady Trojans should be getting started here soon on Girard Sports Live, as well as over on 103.5. You'll be able to watch that first game, listen to that first game as Lady Trojans take on Wichita Trinity in the first round of the regional. The winner will advance to play either Frontenac and Clearwater. If you're a betting man, you'd be looking for a Girard Frontenac championship ball game, and you can bet the emotions will be running high in that one. Lady Trojans got a sweep over Frontenac in the regular season, but they had to work for it. Probably the best test of the regular season they had all year, but obviously got to win that first one. I did a little bit of research there on Trinity, and their only real wins were against those bigger schools in the Wichita City League, and had 6 wins on the year, but had some pretty lopsided losses when they didn't play inside Wichita. Long trip to the mound there for Norris. Bailey talking through that one. Runners at first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. No scores so far here in this one. Trojans and Mustangs. Here's the first pitch to Blake Ashmore. He struck out in the second to close out that second inning.
You know, another thing that field turf does, BJ, produces double play ground balls, much more than the grass at Frontenac.
Here's the 1-0, strike 1.
Ball gets to the infielder quicker, which in turn gives them a better chance to get that runner at first. So ground ball here right at Goff would be just what the doctor ordered for Goff.
Here's the 1-1. Good stop there by Jay Hay to slide over in front of it and keep that one alive. And Ty gives him a little nod saying, thanks, buddy. And 2-1 the count. Ashmore here facing the 2-1 count. That one hard hit. There's your play. Goff over to second. Troike to first. Lallman got it. 6-4-3 double play to close out the fourth inning with 2 runners on and only 1 out. And a call of the game there for Mike Snow. Blind squirrel will find a nut every once in a while. The Trojans retire the side there. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Still no score. Trojans coming to bat. It'll be the 7-8-9, Norris, Dillon, and Bruning up next here on Girard Sports Live and ESPN 100.7.
This is Girard Sports Live.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today at 620-724-4558.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Head to the top of the 5th inning. Still no score in this one. The Girard Trojans, Iola Mustangs, Class 4A, Division II.
So regional. On a day that Ty doesn't have his good stuff at times in this game, the defense has picked him up. 2 double plays out of their 16 outs, or 12 outs that they've recorded so far. That's a third of them. See?
Nice job. Well done. You copied off Chad Crane in math class too. Is that how that worked out at Columbus? First pitch strike here to Connor.
When he showed up, that is.
Dillon, I had Norris. I forgot to mark that one. What did Norris do in that last inning? Close out that last inning?
Flew out to left center.
Yeah. So Connor Dillon. And Connor came out swinging his last at bat. And swinging a miss. Strike 2 to 0-2. Strike out. Second inning. This one will pop up over to the first base line. Just out of play. It'll stay 0-2.
Connor's one of those guys I refer to as a free swinger. He knows his mind's made up as soon as he digs in, and that's a good thing. You know, especially in the 8-hole, if he could put it in play and find a way to get on base, that's good for the offense with the top of the lineup coming up right behind him.
0-2 count. Pycroft still on the hill for the Mustangs. This one will hit right up the middle. There's your call. You're feeling it today, buddy. Right up the middle, right past the pitcher, right over the second base, bounced almost perfectly over second base and into the outfield. A leadoff single for the Trojans. It'll bring up Taylor Bruning.
I know I've said this 3 times and been wrong all 3 times, but we got to see a bunt here from Taylor. Taylor runs well. He's the 9-hole hitter. Got some big hitters behind him. We got to get that runner to second base.
He'll show bunt. He'll bunt it down the first base line. Touched it. Everybody arguing that he didn't. The only honest person in the building is Jeremiah Hudson. As he looked down at Jeremiah and just shook his head. Nope, he didn't touch it. Everybody to the right of where you're watching here disagree with that.
First base side. For
First
those
base
of you
side. Rolled it foul, strike 1. He'll show bunt again. This one he will foul again, strike 2. Trojans failed to get a bunt down yesterday in the same situation. And it led to retiring the side when they had runners in scoring position again. Right now just trying to get a runner over to get him in scoring position with nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. A leadoff single by Connor Dillon. And now 0-2 for Bruning. And he'll likely try it again. And he'll foul it back.
Oh, I was going to hit him.
And he'll be out.
If he would have pulled it back, it would have hit him. You know, those are big plays. It doesn't seem like a big play, but
sure.
When you fail to execute the small ball game, you know, we're here in the top of the 5th, late stages of this game.
brings up the leadoff hitter, Matt Saban, a strikeout and a flyout here for the Trojans. Here's one looped into left field and caught by the left fielder, 2 away.
Didn't have to move one step, hit him right in the chest. But, you know, I always like to see if the team can field the bunt. Roll it down the third baseline. If you have the pitcher who's running away from the target, plant reverse directions and make a perfect throw, because there's a lot of green down there. And if you can scoot one past that pitcher on a wild throw, you're going to score a run on a botched bunt play.
Well, Matt's seen 2 pitches in his last 2 at-bats. And a big hard swing by Troike, strike 1. Going 1, 2 out, 1 on. Lead off single. Trojans trying not to squander that here from Connor Dillon. Oh, 1 count. Troike watches fastball on the outside edge, strike 2. Oh, 2 count with 2 away. And a swing, 3-pitch strikeout there from Bycroft against Troike, and we will remain scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Trojans and the Mustangs battling one out here today in Pittsburgh.
This is Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the 4-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Ty Norris still working for the Trojans. He'll face the number 9 hitter, Kason Barker, who walked the catcher. Walked in his first at-bat to lead off the 3rd. We work here in the bottom of the 5th inning, scoreless. 4A Division II Regional Championship ball game. The Trojans advanced with a extra inning 5-3 win over Frontenac yesterday. Iola advanced with a 4-1 win over Prairie View in game number 1. And a first pitch ball just on the inside edge. 1-0. What's a basketball coach do in the summertime? Is he showed me a big picture of a crappie fish he'd caught yesterday with Coach Westcott. So probably fishing class from the Girard Middle School PE went out fishing maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2-0 count. Air a strike. Oh, missed it. Goodness. 3-0 count. I thought that was an easy strike. And now Norris working behind here to Barker. Barker's walked once and looking at a 3-0 count here. And strike 1, 3-1.
9-hole hitter may see a take here.
Here's a 3-1. Missed ball 4 and another walk for Barker. Lead off the 5th. That 3rd was a good opportunity for the Mustangs, and Ty came out and his warm-up pitches just didn't look real comfortable anyway. And so now Coach Beaver will come out and talk with Ty. We'll see if this is it or if he'll just make a trip here. I think it's going to be it. And that'll bring in for the Trojans for them. It'll bring in Dylan Collins. So that'll move some things around for the Trojans. It's going to move Evan Troike to left field. Collins will go to work here to get warmed up. Change of the pitcher brought to you by our friends at Call Service. It's time to change your oil or change your tires. Get to Call Service. Give them a call at 620-724-4121 or visit them online at callservicellc.com. We'll hear from them. And Dylan Collins will go to work next on Girard Sports Line.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Connor Dillon goes out. Evan Troike goes to left. Ty Norris moves from pitcher over to second. And Dylan Collins will come into the ball game. 2-pitch. Right-handed thrower to face the number 1 hitter, the leadoff here, Isaac Vink.
Well, Dylan needs to get a definite pause. That one was almost a quick pitch. There it is.
And a foul back bunt attempt there by Vink, trying to move that runner over. 1-1 the count. Ty Norris came in and settled in a little bit. Didn't allow any runs in his effort. He does have one sitting out there. Potential one. In the leadoff walk to Kason Barker. Collins looks over. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there from Dylan. And 1-2 count here to Vink. Vink, a walk and a strikeout for the Mustangs. Trojans had bases loaded with only 1 out in the second. There's a foul back. Stay alive. Bases loaded with 1 out in the second inning and an opportunity, and just couldn't get one across. That would have been a pretty big time, and when that happened, you thought, don't forget about that, because the Mustangs have had their opportunities today as well. 1-2. Try a big looping curveball. Didn't ever get to where it needed to be. And 2-2 the count. 0-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Lead off from Barker over on first. Here's the 2-2. Hard hit ball in the gap between left and center, but over is Bruning. He'll make the catch. And 1 away.
Off the bat, I thought that was down.
I did too.
The right fielder.
Started in a hurry, it seemed like, and then held up. Bruning really didn't even have to make much of an effort to get over there to get underneath that one. And that'll bring up Calvin Delich. Fly out into turn into a double play and a single in this ball game. He's made good contact. And a first pitch strike from Dylan Collins. 0-1.
And BJ, another failed opportunity to get the leadoff batter in scoring position.
With nobody out.
That's right.
1 away and 1 on over to first. Good move there from Collins. Just not quite in time.
I know it sounds crazy, and you've got Delich up who handles the bat really well, but even if you can bunt him over with 2 outs, the outfield has to play so deep at this park, any base hit scores the runner.
Here's one fouled over towards the Trojan dugout. 0-2 the count. The second person's been hit in the head with a ball. That one was thrown in by
one of his own guys.
That one might have came in from the Trojan dugout. That's assault, brother.
Friendly fire.
Delich will step back in here with an 0-2 count from the left side. Just missed low ball 2. Oh, hit the turf, and Jay Hay got in front of that one and then made Dylan work for it a little bit out there to go track it down. A little smile for him. And 1-2 count here for Delich with 1 out and 1 on. Hard hit ball over to second. Can't get there is Norris. He'll turn and look at third. Throw it there. Oh, nearly got him back. But a single there. Good effort by Norris trying to get over to that one. But now 2 on with 1 out for the number 3 hitter in Derek Bycroft. And things not shaping up very good here in the heart of the order. Coming up for the Mustangs. Bycroft in this ball game, a walk and hit by pitch. He's reached base twice.
Dylan needs to get a ground ball here.
Trojans got out of a jam in the last inning on a double play.
Oh.
And he's been hit twice now. I was one of those dudes that just attracted the ball. Now, that could have been the fact that I was about twice the size of Derek Bycroft, and I took up a lot more space, a lot more of there for me to hit.
Slow to get out of the way, yeah. You were trying to get all my lines, but I had one for you.
It's baseball season. I was throwing you softballs.
Right, exactly.
So now bases juiced with 1 away, and a problem here for the Trojans. Dylan Collins on to face Cal Lillard, the number 4 hitter at the shortstop. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Cal, a fly out and a ground out in his 2 at-bats. 0-1 swing and a miss there from him, and 0-1 count. Here's one down to first, over to second. They'll get the lead, but a runner will score. Or they'll get the runner from first to second, but a run scores. And Wade Boatman knows he made a miss one there. Probably should have been a double play. It was over to third. Could have quickly gone over to first.
Or over to come home there. Plays at the plate there.
And he was coming that way at first and then needed to go get at least one.
Well, that was a natural play because he charged the ball and it was taking him to throw it home.
Our scoreless tie has been broken, and the Mustangs have taken a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Now 2 out, runners in the corners for Brady Wiggin. There's a pass ball. It looked like Delich was looking at coming home, but he broke back after that. Looked like Jay had knocked it down and worked his way back.
We got a score from softball in the top of the 7th. Frontenac leads Clearwater 5-0. In a game that was scoreless more than halfway through.
Here's a good pitch from Collins. Strike 2. 1-2 the count. What that means. For 1-1 count, rather. Here's one popped up. Allman will get underneath it from first base, and that'll end the inning, but the damage has been done. 1 run on the board for the Mustangs here as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Trojans trail by 1. You're watching Class 4A Division II Regional Championship action from Pittsburgh State on Girard Sports Live and ESPN 100.7.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Ethan Goff to get things started off here in the top of the 6th inning. Trojans find themselves now in a 1-run hole against the Iola Mustangs in this 4A Division II championship, regional championship ball game. And Ethan up to the bat for the Trojans. Fly out and a strikeout. Hard hit to right field. Back goes the right fielder and underneath it and one away. He's made contact twice today, not able to get anything down. 0 for 3. Going to bring up Wade Boatman, third baseman, see if he can shake off that fielding error to and a high pitch, high strike one there against Boatman. Got him to climb upstairs and take a crack at that one.
You want to see the baseball gods do Wade a solid here and get a base hit.
Here's flare one out the right side, out of play. 0-2. The baseball gods were confused yesterday with the way they treated everything.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll get right here today.
Including the weather.
Yep. One away. And watch one, strike two. He knew that one was a strikeout before the ball had gotten there. 2 up, 2 away here in this 6th inning. Trojans trying to be a hard out again. Down by 1 run here as Ethan Jay will come to the plate. Jay a single and a ground out. Jay getting that start of that situation in the second where the Trojans got their bases loaded. Here's a hit one, fouled away.
Wanted to announce I have a celebrity, Eddie Lomchek, sitting to my left here. You got listeners all the way in Iola, Eddie, huh?
One. He finally found his one listener. 0-1 count here. And 2 away for Jay Hay. And miss outside ball 1-1-1. It's a big deal in Allen County.
Yep.
1-1 count here to Jay Hay, trying to get on here with 2 away. He'll pop one again, foul off the right side, first base line, and move the count to 1-2. Problem with that 1 run, it was avoidable, and that's one that'll sting you if that's the way this thing ends. Pretty sure it's 1-2 is the count. Oh, got him wrong. Now it's 1. Missed it, I guess. It is 1-2. Now I missed the ball, 2. 2-2. 2-2, 2 outs. Nobody on here in the bottom of the top of the 6th inning. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Bycroft. Hard hit down the first base line, foul. It'll remain 2-2. Lady Trojans will be getting started soon on 103.5 and Girard Sports Live. Put Dale to work on that one for a little while. Hopefully, if Lady Trojans get a win, I'll hustle over there. We'll get the championship game in as well. The way things are progressing over there, I might get over there before it starts.
You hustle?
Everything's relative, Mike.
Yeah.
Here's a 2-2. That was a hard hit. Ball to second. Going to be right at him. Over to first. And 3 up, 3 down. As Bycroft continues to work, he'll get to work into the 7th inning. And the Trojans up to the batting order for the Mustangs. It'll be Tavares, Rogers, and Ashmore. And Dylan Collins coming back to the plate. 1-0. Trojans trail by 1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on Girard Sports Live at ESPN 100.7.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their e-power checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today at 620-724-4558.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Dylan Collins back on the hill for the Trojans. So he got out of that fifth inning, rather, giving up a run. That run was actually Ty Norris's run. Got across on a walk to lead off that fifth inning. Now we lead off this bottom of the sixth. Iola leads it 1-0 here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Coming to the plate, Ethan Tavares, the third baseman, to ground out a single in his 2 at-bats today. So 1 for 2 from the plate for Tavares. And a first pitch strike from Dylan Collins. Got to work ahead. That's when guys have had the most success here today, was they've been able to stay ahead in the counts, and when things have gone awry, it's when they've gotten behind consistently. 0-1. Ripped down the third base line. Foul. 0-2. Winner goes on to play for a state tournament out in Salina. In late May in Salina, it could be 90, it could be 30.
All right.
Blowing snow. You never know.
Got a score, as you mentioned, Frontenac won in softball 5-0. Colgan lost to Oswego over at the Pitt State softball field 5-4. Riverton beat Southeast 13-3 in 5 innings.
In softball?
Mm-hmm.
There's one little flare out to shallow right field. Matt Saban comes in and makes the play. What a big time play there, Baum, the senior, trying to keep this thing going. And he dives in there to get it. That I thought was down from contact, and he jumps in there and makes that catch. And 1 away.
Kane Rogers.
Brings up Kane Rogers. Kane a triple and reached by getting hit by a pitch. There's a curveball just going to miss inside. Ball 1-1-1. One to count here for Rogers. Low ball 2-1.
That was a big play by Matt out there in right, because if he doesn't get that and it gets past him, that could be an inside the park home run. Because that wasn't hit very deep into the outfield, and that thing would have rolled all the way to the fence.
Yep. Wallen may have had a better chance to get to it in time. 2-1, trying to catch that outside edge. Not going to get the call. Ball 3-1. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Iola leads it 1-0 over the Trojans. 4A Division II Regional Championship ball game. Played here at Pittsburgh State in a dry field. Only one in Southeast Kansas. There's a walk by Rogers. He's reached all 3 times today.
The second baseman, number 2, Blake Ashmore.
So 1 on and 1 out, bottom of the sixth. And a pitch and a strike. 0-1 here to Blake Ashmore. Strikeout and then hit into a 6-4-3 double play to end the fourth inning.
I think Coach Beaver would take that right now.
Here's the 0-1, strike two. The changeup caught the outside edge. Here's the 0-2, hard hit, right back at that. 6-4. Not going to get the three. One kind of hit a high hop, and Goff had to stay back on it. Couldn't get it over there quite as fast to Norris and fling it over to first. He'll reach on a fielder's choice. Will Ashmore.
The catcher, number 4, Kason Barker.
Kason Barker, the catcher. Kason Barker's walked both times he's been to plate, lead off the third with a walk and led off the fifth with a walk. And he'll take first pitch, strike on the outside edge. Maybe the first one he's gotten today. He was taken all the way there. Certainly if you walk twice. 1 on, 2 out. Near the bottom of the sixth. There's one popped up. Goff working over behind second. He'll play it. And that will end the sixth inning. We head to the top of the seventh. Trojans need a run to keep it alive. Keep their hopes of going to a state tournament alive. We'll see if they can do it when we return. You're watching Girard Trojan baseball and listening to it on Girard Sports Live and ESPN 100.7.
This is Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Catcher, Kason Barker, flied out, so he had to go get dressed up, so a little extended there as Derek Bycroft goes to work here in the seventh inning with a 1-run lead here over the Girard Trojans. So now Caden Lolliman, what kind of heroics does he have still in his back pocket? A big part of why they're in this ball game.
He did it on the mound last night. Can he do it at the plate today?
Single and a fly out. He's made good contact. By percentage, he's a second leading hitter on this team. He'll take first pitch strike right down the middle. 0-1. Coming into the tournament, Caden was batting .341. 0-1 pitch to him. He'll hit one over to shortstop. Play over to first. Pulls the first baseman off, but not enough. And one away. 2 outs away. Trojans trying to advance to a state tournament, and those hopes are dwindling with every batter. Doesn't reach base. That'll bring up Ty Norris. The second baseman walking a fly out. 1 out. Nobody on. Here in the top of the seventh inning, Trojans trail 1-0. First pitch strike out the outside edge. 0-1. Got to have base runners if you want to try to climb back into this one. Here's the 0-1. Flied up, fouled up, out of play, back behind us. 0-2. Well, we knew they were getting the ace, did the Trojans, with Derek Bycroft, and he has been efficient and consistent.
Yep.
And still throwing the same good stuff. 0-2 high, ball one. I think coming into this inning, he was at around 88, 89 pitches, so probably won't be an issue, unless certainly the Trojans would like it to be. That means they would get some runners on. 1-2 here to Norris. He'll get on up the middle. Good at bat there. Battled back. He was at 0-2. Took the ball high and one on with one out here in the.
He's going to have a pinch hitter here, BJ.
Bring on. That means
Collins is going to or Connor Dillon is going to re-enter.
Connor Dillon will come in.
Batting for the Trojans, number 4.
Now with one out.
Dillon.
You want to get that bunt down.
Do you want to steal? Because they really haven't put any pressure on Barker.
Lead off over there for Norris. Norris good enough speed.
Thing that really helps Barker is Bycroft quick to the plate after he comes set, so it's hard to get a jump. You got to get a good lead. And
first pitch strike to Connor Dillon. Second pitch, ball one, 1-1 to count. One out, one on. A one-run game, 1-0 here in the top of the 7th.
Maybe you wait for an off-speed count.
Foul.
Right there.
Yep, he waited on him, but the runner didn't go. That would have been a good hit and run situation, but didn't get it to stay in play. Fouled back, 1-2. Pressure's on for the Trojans. Number 9 hitter coming to the plate. Taylor Bruning. Here's the 1-2. Fouled up, that'll pop up. That'll move that runner over. Down to first. And 2 away, but a runner in scoring position for Bruning. Taylor needs to get something through the infield.
He had the go-ahead hit last night in the top of the 9th.
Yeah, he had a huge play. Trojans were tied 3-3. 2 guys got on in the 9th inning, and Taylor come on in that 9-hole spot and drove in a run to give him a 4-3 lead at that point. Sac fly by Matt Saban, who would be next. Gave him a 2-run lead. First pitch ball. No strike. Got a strike on him. Low part of that, but it's still in Taylor's strike zone. Not a big dude. It's on 0-1 count. 2 out, 1 on. Sitting on second is Ty Norris. And second pitch ball outside, 1-1.
Big gap to right center there, BJ.
Second baseman will shift over outside, and it'll stay. It'll now go to 2-1.
Barker, for a lefty behind the dish, is a pretty good player. He saved a lot of bases today.
Here's the 2-1 to Bruning. Swing and a miss. Changeup got him up high. And it will be 2-2. 1 strike, 1 out away, perhaps from ending this season and a chance to go to a state tournament. Trojans trying to stay in it. Runner on second, Norris. Oh, time comes late. And he just got it issued.
Oh, no, he
didn't.
didn't.
Going to say ball. That looked like a strike, too. Oh, goodness.
Oh, that'd have been a heck of a
He was taking his time, and Taylor wanted a break. Now a full count. Here's a 3-2. He flied up, down the third baseline, and out of play. And it will remain full. That was a strange turn of events there, as it was taking a little bit longer. Usually he's worked a little quicker, does Bycroft, but he took his time, and Taylor wanted a timeout and didn't get it, and it stayed high enough because Taylor's that small stature. So now here we go. 2 outs, bases loaded. This is stuff you do in your backyard with 1 on and down by 1. Here's the full count pitch. He'll fly it up. It'll stay infield. Pitcher goes over, Bycroft to make that catch. And that'll end the game.
And that's the ball game.
As the Trojans lose a heartbreaker 1-0 to advance to the 4A Division II State Championship Tournament in Salina. The Trojans, a tough one. As those seniors for the Trojans certainly have to shake this one off. Ethan J.A., Mitch Murphy, Ethan Goff, who pitched a gym yesterday to get him to this, Matt Saban, Brendan Schmidt for the Trojans. Those seniors playing their last game for the Trojans. We'll recap this ball game and get out of here for today. The Trojans fall in a tough one, 1-0. We're trying to effort our way over and get in a position for that girls softball game. Should be able to get over there for part of that first game and hopefully advance to a championship ball game as the Lady Trojans try to repeat as 4A Division II champs. The Trojan men thought they had an upset bid to get to that tournament and fell just one run short in a dandy of a contest in the 7th inning. Trojans fall here to Iola. We'll talk more about it here on the Evans Motors postgame show. Evans Motors has been getting people on the road since 1935. Be sure to stop by the lot there just south of Pittsburgh. Let Nate or Eddie get you in the ride of your choice, something that's right for your family. Take a test drive as well. See everything they have to offer online at evansmotors.net. Trojans fall here to the Mustangs 1-0 in 7. Here from the 4A Division II Regional Championship game on Girard Sports Live and ESPN 100.7.
This is Girard Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the 4-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Trojans fall here in 7 to the Iola Mustangs, 1-0. Your final score here in this one is the Trojans wrap up the 2018 baseball season here in this regional championship game. Just 2 runs away from advancing to a state tournament. It's tough to win, and Iola, a good baseball team. That's how this one kind of transpired. The Trojans threw out Ty Norris, who pitched a pretty good game. The 1 run is his. He walked in that 6th inning, or a 5th inning rather, sixth inning, to put 1 on, and then Dylan Collins came on to trying to get out of that jam, and does, but allows that 1 run. The Trojans had pitched it pretty good up to that point. And at one point in the 2nd inning, the Trojans, really their one real opportunity to get runs was in that 2nd inning when they had bases loaded with 1 out. But a couple of strikeouts to close out that 2nd inning ended up leaving 3 stranded. And really the Trojans didn't have a ton of opportunities to score after that, just 2 more hits from that point on, and a gem of a game pitched by Derek Bycroft the winning pitcher for the Mustangs, who gets the win here. And so Iola will go on to that 4A Division II state tournament. But, Mike, as we close things out here in this ball game, the Trojans just about did everything they needed to do to try to keep this thing alive and advance to that state tournament. Iola just that one run better.
Yeah, you look back at the game. Obviously, the bases loaded, 1 out situation for Girard, unable to push one across. A couple of failed sacrifice bunt opportunities, and then when Iola had bases loaded and 1 out, the play needed to be at the plate, and we'd still be playing if that was the case. But there's such a fine line in playoff baseball, as we talked about. Single elimination playoff baseball are some of the tightest games. Go on Keisha tonight when most of these regionals are done, baseball and softball, and take a look. And I bet most of the games, more times than not, are 1-run games.
Trojans fall here in this one. Final score again, 1-0. Lady Trojans are in action. They'll get started here. Frontenac, it would be the opponent they're looking for. That game's just about ready to get started over there against Wichita Trinity. You'll be able to watch that game on Girard Sports Live right here and listen to it on 103.5 as well on radio. And so be sure to come over there. I'm going to jump in the car after I get this stuff put away and hustle over to Girard. Hopefully get another game in. Lady Trojans will be taking on the Knights of Wichita Trinity here in just a little bit, and then hopefully a championship game on later this evening. The Lady Trojans try to repeat as Division II champions. It's going to do it for us here today in this boys matchup. Trojans fall by 1 to the Iola Mustangs. Mustangs will move on to the state tournament. Thanks to my partner Mike Snow and all the supporters who have helped bring you Girard Trojan baseball this season on Girard Sports Live. You've been watching it here on Girard Sports Live and listening on ESPN 100.7.
This is Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Call Service, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Chris Paoni, DDS, Community National Bank and Trust, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, First National Bank, G&W Foods Family Super, Girard National Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Lehman Realty, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Outdoor, Producers Cooperative Association, and TJ Belcher at State Farm Insurance. This is Girard Sports Live.